Welcome back, EadsyAstronomy. Jay here. Thanks for gathering around the telescope. This is episode 2 of Astronomer of the Week, talking about Ptolemy today. Podcast today is the controversy of Ptolemy. Was he a genius or a borrower? Claudius Ptolemy is perhaps one of the most influential astronomers in history, but he's also one of the most controversial. For more than 1,000 years, his book, the Almagest, defined how humanity understood the cosmos. Modern historians have raised an uncomfortable question, though. How much of Ptolemy's work was actually his own? One of the biggest controversies centers on his star catalog. Many of the positions listed by Ptolemy match earlier observations made by the Greek astronomer Hipparchus almost exactly, sometimes too exactly. The suspicion is that Ptolemy reused Hipparchus' data and adjusted it mathematically rather than reobserving the sky himself. Ptolemy rarely credited Hipparchus directly, by which modern standards could look like plagiarism. However, ancient scholars didn't follow the same rules of citation we expect today. Still, the lack of transparency has left historians divided on Ptolemy. Was he cutting corners, or simply following the scholarly norms of his time? And I think that's an important thing. Sometimes I think we put our values on people in the past, and we need to look at what their values were back then as a society and as a people. Another controversy involves errors that shouldn't exist if the observations were original. Some stars in Ptolemy's catalog appears in positions that would not have been visible from Alexandria, where he lived. This strongly suggests he relied on older records taken from different latitudes. Then there's the geocentric model itself. Ptolemy knew it was complicated. His system used epicycles, circles on top of circles, to explain planetary motion. Critics later accused him of creating an over-engineered system just to preserve Earth's central position. But here's the twist. It worked. His predictions were accurate enough that astronomers had little reasons to abandon it for centuries. That raises probably a deeper controversy. Did Ptolemy prioritize truth or usefulness? Some argue that by focusing on prediction rather than physical reality, Ptolemy slowed scientific progress. Others counter that he was practicing an early form of scientific modeling, creating the best mathematical description possible with the data that was available to him at that time. Finally, there's his work in geography, where he underestimated Earth's size. This mistake later influenced European explorers like Christopher Columbus, contributing to dangerous misconceptions about global distances, in this case, how far Asia was from Portugal and Europe. He was a brilliant synthesizer, no question about that. He was a master mathematician and a system builder whose influence shaped science for over a millennium. But his authority also became a problem because once Ptolemy was accepted, questioning him for over 1,400 years became unthinkable. And that may be the greatest controversy of all. Ptolemy just didn't describe the universe, he defined how knowledge itself was trusted. Something I think we're still facing today. With the rise of AI and other things, we begin to look and see how much we're taking from the knowledge of other people and how much we're creating on our own. I have a doctorate, and one of the things that I was told many years ago is the difference between plagiarism and research. The only difference between plagiarism and research is research cites the sources. Don't know if I really believe that. I think you always have to cite sources, but I think you can learn to extrapolate off knowledge, think critically, and come up with possibly new ways of thinking and approaching things based on the knowledge that we have at that time, realizing that process is ever going to expand, ever going to increase, if you're truly going with increasing the knowledge. And as new studies are done and new information and data is presented, old theories can go by the wayside, new theories can replace. That doesn't mean that there wasn't value in what we were pursuing before or what we knew before. It just means that we've expanded our knowledge And we've increased that knowledge, and so we're able to see things a little more clearer. I think that's good in whatever field we're in. Anyway, Ptolemy. You'll have to decide for yourself what you think of him. Love to hear about it in the comments if you want to post. Thanks for listening. Thanks for gathering at the telescope, and see you next time.